Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Eyes of the Beholder, where a bunch of us regular-ass nerds play Dungeons & Dragons. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I know we did. Coleman ate way too much pumpkin pie.
I don't like pumpkin pie.
He loves pumpkin pie, and he just
pumpkin pie.
ate that down.
I did learn.
If you have any extra pumpkin pie, please do send it to Coleman's house. We'll make sure
dumpster behind Denny's.
We'll make sure that we leave a link to his address. His
We'll
address
make
down
sure
below.
to fight off the raccoons.
So, anyways, we hope you guys had a great holiday. As far as announcements go, not much else going on as far as the New Year's Eve thing yet. I know there's only going to be 10 spots, so keep an eye out on the Abilene role-playing community and everywhere else. Get Geeked Abilene just so you can see when it's going to be up and running. We'll also try to give you an announcement as soon as we know anything, but that way you can register and get your spot if you want to come play some Dungeons & Dragons with us. Other than that, you may notice something different in the background behind us. Here, just currently, my scenery has changed somewhat. You should hopefully see it changing more and more as we're going through different areas and that sort of thing. So working on some green screens. If it gets weird, as with everything that we do, it's a work in progress.
Just hang in there.
It will get better as we go. But I think it's working relatively well right now. Jedi Fallen Order, we're still doing that. It's going up. New one went up today and yesterday. Let's see. Phoenix Wright's still going up, so go check that out. If you haven't been catching up with that series, it's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. You can enjoy laughing at myself and Sweet Johnson being idiots and attempting to do voiceover work. It's fairly comical in its own right.
Fairly well. Yeah. We're good.
That is debatable.
I have a gig at Funimation next week. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh God, I can only imagine for what character that is. Let's let the people decide.
Hello!
Oh, sweet Jesus.
They're all the same voice.
Just higher and lower.
Different pitches. I don't get it.
It's all just Gilbert Godfrey.
It's just the worst. Anyways, guys, so go check that stuff out. Go check our YouTube out. If you haven't already followed us, make sure you follow us here on Twitch. Go subscribe on YouTube. Like our stuff. Leave some comments down below. All of those good things. Talk in the chat. All that stuff. We love having you guys here. We want to keep growing. Get this out to more and more people so, everybody can hopefully enjoy us being stupid. Without any further ado, I guess let's jump into tonight's episode of Eyes of the Beholder.
A bunch of nerds who play D&D. Eyes of the Beholder. Once my wife, the black guy left. Eyes of the Beholder. One guy's dumb, the other's deaf. Eyes of the Beholder. They might live or they might die. Eyes of the Beholder.
Hey guys, alright, well welcome back. So, last week, for you who were here and may remember, the group started off with a battle in a cabin in the woods at their friend Thomas's house, where they were defending he and his family from some vampires that came to attack. Eventually, the vampires managed to make off with the smallest child, Kara, and take her back to their hideout, where our heroes tracked them back to their base, went on a very stealth, covert mission to rescue her, only to find her locked in a room with the head vampire, which had then noticed that the father, Thomas, was not with them, and he began shouting, calling out to the main vampire, drawing her out of the house into the front, where he decided to confront them. And that's kind of where we left off. As he unsheathed his sword, it began to shatter into a million pieces. and then begin to coat his skin like some sort of metallic onyx armor with jagged spikes kind of protruding off of his hands and knuckles and occasionally shoulders and stuff, with these red coursing veins of energy pouring through them. At that time, we'll kick it out to the rest of all of us, where we need to roll some initiatives and figure out what everyone is doing
Alright.
as this scene kind of plays out in front of you. Dalen, I think you're the only one who was on the street side, kind of running around the corner, if I remember right.
Yeah, we kind of have a different map set up right now. I don't know.
You'd be over, yeah.
Would I be on this?
Yeah,
this
that's
side?
where you'd be.
Okay. Because I know I was about 1 or 2 spaces from getting into the corner.
Okay.
I remembered that.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess if we're rolling initiative then.
Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and do our initiatives, and I'll give you kind of a rundown of what you guys are seeing. Roll for Thomas as well.
Amazing as always.
Does he
So
remember
good.
where the house is?
Bucky?
Yeah,
I guess I could roll for intelligence, huh?
Where is Bucky?
he's with me.
Why is he with you?
I don't know.
Protect the baby.
That's a good question.
Okay. So what do you got? Kendara, what's yours?
6.
Cool. Good. Bishop.
Oh,
12, 4, 16.
Okay. Dalen.
17.
All right.
I guess the 15.
I take feats. It's good.
Is it the one that you know exactly how long until sunrise?
Yeah.
No.
Must have been smart.
No, would have been nice.
Nice
Would have been
feat,
nice if
yeah.
I had taken that feat though. I took this feat before I knew what I needed.
If you died, you can make a character with that feat, though.
But now I won't be cursed. I don't want to have to fucking worry about it anymore.
But you'll always know which way is north. Sorry.
Dalen's problem.
Fair enough. Okay, so to kind of set the scene, as you were just kind of becoming around the corner, we'll say you're like right at the corner, you're able to kind of peek your head around, basically.
Okay.
You see a patrol, one of those small patrols of the lesser guards, kind of running in that direction. As you look, you see the smaller man in the coat that ran off with the girl standing there. You see the main vampire with the long red hair in her robes standing directly in front of Thomas as this armor is beginning to form around him. And then you see the other large vampire to her left there. And that's about all you can see from your vantage point, as they're standing kind of squared off in the middle of this dusty street as people are beginning to rush in.
Okay.
So, I need to pull up.
Just looking around the corner.
It's like, giving them the long peek.
Taking a nap. It's so exhausting around here.
That one.
For what?
Just a roll.
For your life? For running?
Survival instinct? I don't know.
Okay.
What was the kid's name?
Kara.
Kara. Okay. You
Hey,
eat
hey.
these berries.
Okay.
I don't know.
These. 2,
What do I do with this?
3.
I think I joked last week. I was just like, I'm gonna take her razor.
Perfect. Okay.
You know, she has a family, right? Yeah.
Look at me. I am your father now.
Okay, cool. Alright, awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so the first one up is actually Thomas. One hits. So he'll be the first one to go in the initiative order. Then after that, Dalen, you're on deck. So as you're kind of peering around the corner, this armor beginning to form across Thomas's skin and flesh as he just dashes forward, full sprint, right up into the main vampire's face. And he's just going to unleash with 2 big punches now, because as he no longer has a weapon, his fists are just covered in almost like these jagged protrusions, kind of like Doomsday has, like those bony spike prominences like on his knuckles and stuff, but it's this black onyx armor that's just like jagged and rough. As he begins trying to smash this woman right in the face. So,
BVS Doomsday or
no. Jesus Christ, no.
Are you sure?
it would be.
Pretty good Doomsday.
God help us all.
Oh god.
Okay, that will hit just barely. Oh no, that doesn't. That hits. So the first one's a 19, that hits. Second one's a 28, so that will hit.
Please.
23, 31 points of damage on the first strike.
All right.
As he runs up and just, as his fist smashes in her face, you can see her jaw crack open and almost break open as her face is like split and ripped and torn with the first impact. And then the second one is 22, 25, 27, 35 points of damage on the second attack as he comes up and just catches her right up underneath the face and snapping her neck backwards. You hear it break as he hits her. So her jaw's cracked over, her head spins like kind of lings and turns back. She kind of staggers back a few steps. Dalen, you're up.
I mean, do I have to be? He seems to be doing fine. All right. I'm going to come out 10 feet, and I'm going to cast Daylight centered on this corner of the house.
Okay. How large of a radius is that? Oh, here, you can draw the radius.
60 foot. So I think it's getting just about everything.
Okay, so yeah, okay, you don't even have to draw it. That'll cover
15,
everything.
20, 30.
Yeah.
It'll be it
Yeah.
all.
All of a sudden, just. It's only going to be 30 foot here, actually.
What
'Cause as
level is that darkness?
It's pretty high.
Okay. If it's over a level 3, then all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's keeping the entire continent in darkness.
I figured, but hey, thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Physics.
yeah, so it actually reduces the level of your light to 30 feet. If
Okay.
it pushes down. You still got daylight
Mhm.
for after 30 feet. So,
Awesome.
as you do, you begin to watch all of the vampire skin
Mhm.
begin to sizzle a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
But not just shiny.
Glitter.
I got to.
Pretty.
Is he in Rome?
What?
Wasn't that what, like, the Twilight thing? Like, wasn't he doing that at, like, the Vatican or something?
Oof, that's gonna
I
make
don't
this a
know, man.
whole different story.
It was a thing.
Nothing.
That
Okay.
he knows about Twilight?
Nothing.
Or...
Hey, things are happening.
Things are happening.
I'm just reading some of my notes. All right, Bishop, are you done with your turn? Is that it with daylight, or are you doing something else?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you're done. So Bishop, you were up.
Alright.
You
so
got the girl. You're running.
Bucky's coming with me.
Okay.
So, can I have Bucky make an intelligence check to see which way the house is?
Sure. What are you telling him?
Well, I just want to know if he knows how to get back to the house.
Okay.
Okay.
So make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Bucky's notoriously smart.
He's very smart. He's the smartest Drake he knows.
He is the smartest Drake he knows. Smartest raccoon I know.
Jermaine Klein.
Does he need to roll for Bucky instead?
No.
I'm gonna help Bucky.
No, you don't want to help Bucky.
Oh no, I don't want to help Bucky.
But you can't. Can you help Bucky?
Sure. If you're like Bucky, you remember the house says it's. What do you tell him to help? Hold on. What do you tell him to help him here, Bishop?
So just let it drop.
Role plays
Too
this
late.
here for me.
I'm gonna grab his hands or his face in my hands. And I'm
Oh.
gonna say,
That's not weird.
"Look, fuck, what is the voice?
Colonel Sanders.
Now I really need you to focus here.
Both of his eyes are currently kind of looking in different directions, kind of like a gecko. It's kind of like. They don't quite go all the way. But it's they're both kind of in the
Can I like move his face so it kind of like both look?
It's like one's looking at you, and the other one's kind of like almost at you, and it kind of keeps going like.
Okay. Now, Bucky, I need you to stop burrowing and get this girl to safety. Hey, look at me, Bucky. Can you do that?
All right, roll with advantage. I guess. Go for it. That was very inspiring to Bucky for some reason.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
What you got? Just to see. How's...
well, that one that I rolled
Uh-huh.
was a 3.
Uh-huh.
The first one that I rolled was -1.
Okay. All right. How much is Bucky's intelligence modifier?
-3.
-3. So,
He
So
has
as-
other talents.
as you're
okay?
holding Bucky's face, talking to him, he kind of goes, this, but just kind of starts, while you're like holding him, he starts digging. You can put the girl in the hole if you wish.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
It seems he has listened to you and is going to burrow somewhere with the girl.
I'm gonna make sure which way we're going first.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm gonna look,
Uh-huh.
make sure I know which way, that I know, as Bishop knows, which way.
Y'all are currently like in an alley in the middle of this town where this hole is being dug.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. We're in the alley?
Yeah, like y'all are, you
I
ran
thought
up.
we had ran to the woods.
You hadn't made it that far yet. Y'all
Oh,
literally.
fuck. No, I'm double dashing to the woods.
Okay, yeah, you hadn't even got close to the woods yet.
I'm double dashing to the woods right
You're probably like a double dash and you can run 80.
Yeah.
You're about 3 turns to the woods.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. But Bucky,
My bad.
so Bucky kind of starts digging in the thing, and you're like, no, follow me, Bucky.
Come on, Bucky.
So, all right, so you and Bucky are double dashing your way on along.
I thought I was in the woods already.
No,
Are we in
you're
the forest?
We're in the forest?
I
Couldn't
thought
see
you
the,
were too.
Couldn't see the trees for the woods.
Oh, okay.
No,
all
I
right.
couldn't see the forest for the trees. Yeah.
Couldn't see the forest for all the houses still around you. But yeah,
Couldn't see the forest because you weren't there.
yeah, because you're not in it. This looks a lot like a town.
This is the weirdest forest I've ever seen, guys.
There's a lot of fire in here.
It's a lot of wood, but they're not trees. Oh yeah. There's a lot of fire in here.
Yeah. Okay. So you and Bucky have that conversation to begin dashing away.
Okay.
That brings us to the main vampire's turn, who looks absolutely fucked up and is more fucked up now as that sunlight begins radiating on the back of her. You can see like her neck doesn't, like she tries to take her neck and readjust it, and then it doesn't go back, and her hair kind of falls limp to the side again, and her flesh begins to melt away on her side, and she's looking bloodied.
Fuck yeah.
So she's going to disengage from Thomas and step around
Attack.
your light.
Opportunity.
She's disengaging. He doesn't get one.
Oh, she rogue?
You can use your
Yeah,
action
you
to
have to use your
disengage.
action
You have to do that?
disengage.
Yeah,
Where's she going?
Yeah.
she's going in that house.
I did not know that.
So move her like 2 more in. Not that far. Like right in there. Boom. So she's inside the house now, shielded from the light
It's
of the
coming
day
through
star.
the windows.
There's
Never
more
mind.
than rooms
Okay,
in there. She
okay.
can get away from
All right. All right.
She's behind the fridge. Okay, just
The lead fridge.
There was just that day room, and then you went through that day room, and there was like a long hallway
Yeah, I
with bedrooms on
remember.
either side. So she just ducked into one of those.
I remember.
Kandara, you were currently still in that back room on the far back side.
Did I see her?
No, the way
House.
this house is, no.
Okay. Well, then she's going to run out
Okay.
of the room.
Uh-huh. Are you running through the house?
I'm running through the house.
Okay, so as you run through that door, y'all had just finished off, I believe, 2 of the small ghouls in there. And then as you run around, the hallway and get kind of towards where the kitchen is. There's 2 more ghouls coming down towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna hit one.
Okay.
And I don't know if I ever said it or not, but she's raging now. If
Okay.
She wasn't before.
Okay. So, yeah, you can go ahead and make your attack on the first ghoul as it kind of sees you coming and it begins shambling towards you and just begins reaching out towards you with its like mouth open.
That would be a 19
Oh, that hits.
and 11 points of damage.
Okay. As you slash into it, cleaving it open, it's heavily wounded but still standing. Okay. Is that your turn?
That's what I got.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can run through them if you want those to attack you at opportunity. Because, like, you with your full movement, you can probably get at least out to the front of the house.
I don't want to get out to the front of the house.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. You're clearing this house out. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. My bad.
She's hunting.
She is hunting.
She is pissed. We have been doing nothing but watching these people for like days. And so, and then they came and talked a bunch of shit about her trench. So, you know.
French?
Okay.
The whole.
Outside of Thomas's house.
So the first ghoul like swings out at you that you just slashed into. Like he just kind of slings out limp arm and slams into your armor. No damage to you. He rolled a 6. That's not gonna hit. The second one is gonna come up and try to slash you as well. With advantage. It's a 14 because he kind of gets around the outside. Still not gonna hit you. As you just got these 2 corpses kind of like against you right now, trying to bite you, basically, not having any effect. It's going to bring us to the group of those guys right there, the ones on the bottom, bottom ones right there.
The
There you go.
demons behind.
Yeah, they're going to charge
Yeah.
up towards Thomas as well. So they're kind of in a group because I'm just running them
Towards
all.
the light.
They're already in it. Oh shit, and the light hurts them. So, yeah, okay, great, good for them. They're all 3 going to make attacks at Thomas. Might hit him. No, it does not. It's a 15, doesn't hit. That's a 19, that will hit. I believe it's 2d6. 11 points, 13 points of damage, halved to 6. So one of them runs up and manages to just barely scratch Thomas on the face a little. Doesn't seem to be fazed by it. And the other one misses. So like they just begin running up, they just like slamming their fists and like trying to bite into his skin and flesh. It's just covered in this metal armor, having seemingly no effect. It's gonna bring us to first little guy down here in the bottom. Yeah.
The rogue?
He's going to run up behind Thomas as well. I'll give him advantage on his attack.
Does he take damage being in the light?
He does.
That was like the best spell ever.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And neither one of those hit either, as it's a 2 and a 4. As his blades spark across. He has advantage on the second strikes. That's a 17. That still will miss. As both sets of blades just arc across Thomas's back, leaving these giant sparks flying through the air. No damage on him. Big guy is going to come up as well. Just a gangbang on Thomas right now. That's going to hit. That's a natural 19 and a natural 17. So both of those will hit.
Big guy. What? Oh, no.
So the first one
That was my turn.
is going to try to slash Thomas with his claws, which hits for 6 points of damage, halved to 3. And then he's going to try to bite him, which he did get the bite off, so he takes another 6 points of damage, 13 points of damage. So he takes 13 points of damage, halved down to 6. So there we go.
Fuck up, Greg's playing.
Alright. Listen. Y'all put me in these fucking situations. I'm just having to...
Nobody put you in any situation.
You people have put me in this position. So it brings us to Thomas, who is going to.
Wouldn't be the first guy with a cool sword that we got killed.
It's true.
Are these our plans?
We're slowly taking people's
Not
swords and getting them
intentionally.
killed. We're all really evil.
So Thomas is going to turn and punch the big dude, like right in the face.
Uh-huh.
That's a 24, that'll hit. And then that's a 16, that will also hit. Oh, Jesus, get fucked. 20, 35 points of damage on the first shot to the big man. And then, oh, we really have to roll because that second one hit. Okay. That's not a great roll. 19, 21, 23, 31. Okay, so you watch, Dalen, as you're kind of just seeing this as your light is like burning these vampires away. As Thomas runs up and they just begins getting assaulted by all these vampires. Like you just see like hands and claws going through there, and all of a sudden you just see this giant spray of blood come shooting out from the middle of this melee with all these vampires. And you hear this, oh, and then you see just one hand come up and you see the head of that big one come flying off. It turns to mist and then dust.
Oh my god.
God damn, anime style. What the fuck?
You have a
Oh
really
my
good
God.
show going on.
This is enjoyable.
Dalen, you're up.
Gonna hang out here.
Yeah,
Okay.
shit.
I'm gonna run up and take some swipes
Go for it.
with Ice Dragon.
You have advantage because you're flanking them with Thomas.
Hey, I'll roll for that.
That's a good idea. I agree with that.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. So that'll be 12 points slashing plus 6 points of cold.
So as you run up behind him, you just cleave up through the middle of him.
Yeah.
You watch as the ice just goes, like your blade goes through clean, and then the ice, both sides of him, as he, and then into dust.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
This is going so well.
This is going way better than I thought.
So much better.
Quit. It's like, don't say.
Quick.
What else do you like
on
to do?
something?
All
And then no, that's
of a sudden, a giant vampire dragon comes from the ground.
Vampire dragon. Everybody in a 100 yards radius make a narcotic save.
Dalen,
such a cool dragon.
what else you got, Dan? Is that your turn?
No, that'll be in the end.
my.
Necrotic save.
I got you.
Okay.
So Bishop, you and
Yeah, another
Bish-
double dash.
you and Bucky double
Okay.
dash again. Bring us to the main vampire. She's no longer in the light, so let's go for her.
I don't do that.
She's gonna move further back into her house, back towards the back corner. Yeah. Oh, as she does though, she would have to go
She would
past.
go past me.
She would run right into Kandara. Yeah. How's that?
Tax opportunity.
Yeah, 'cause she's gonna try to run past you.
That would be 14.
Misses. As you are kind of engaged with the ghouls, you shove them back with the handle of your axe, and as you do, she comes running, and you just take your axe and swing it, and she's like slides on her knees underneath it as you just like embed your axe into the wall, and then she keeps going and runs around the corner with that back bedroom. Okay, it's her turn. Kandara, you're up.
I'm going to turn,
Okay.
and I'm going to chase her.
Okay. Yeah, she'll be able to get to her at that point.
And I'm going to hit her.
Okay.
This time it is a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay.
And 11 points.
Yeah.
And I'm going to dump some Divine Smite into her.
Okay.
And she's an undead, correct?
Mhm.
So I'll do another one. 14. Shit. 15.
Okay. As you slash into her, like as she's running, you run up behind her and just slash across her back. She rocks out as this big wound across her back, but it then erupts with radiant energy, just flailing her skin open on the back. You can see the bone and stuff. She's looking pretty hurt. She's looking bloodied. It's gonna bring us to the ghouls at the top, or not the ghouls. Not yet.
Does radiant damage do anything cool to him?
It just hurts them. Like that's the kind of damage they take. That. What is it? I don't know. Anyways, that's. Anyway, so yeah, it's the type of damage they take whenever they're in the sunlight. Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't do anything special like extra or doubled or anything like that. So.
Doesn't do anything with the regeneration, nothing like that.
No, only if they're in direct sunlight or.
Okay.
Out there, does that stop it? But it.
Because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, daylight's pretty much like a radiant type of thing. So I thought maybe it would come out the same, but
No.
okay. I was just curious because I was like, I don't know if I have anything radiant, but if that does it, I'll use it. Okay.
So.
Grandpa said I had
So anyways,
how
we're bringing
you doing?
good. It's gonna bring us to the vampires at the top. Since I'm playing with myself anyways, I might as well
Yeah,
just
go
keep
for
going.
it.
Bring those three.
These three?
Yep, bring them down.
Grandpa said I had a face for radio.
They're all three gonna make attacks at. Nope. And no. As they all run up and just basically the same thing. They're striking against his skin, just not doing any damage. So again, brings us
Rock
to
hard skin.
brings the other three. That'll hit. That will hit. No, that one won't. That one will. So 2 of those hit. 7, 11, 13 points of damage. Halved down to 6. Okay. As these run up though, you see yet again. You start beginning to see some sprays of blood in the melee there happening. Oh, and on those 2, 3 actually. Oh, he wouldn't have taken those. Never mind. He gets those points back because of daylight. Those 3 on the side over here, as they all go to reach out and strike at him, their hands just turn to ash.
The 2 that were.
The 3 of them. Oh yeah,
Because I had already killed one.
Yeah, the one that you killed. So the other 2, they're gone. Boof.
This is going so well.
Shut up.
Oh my.
Dalen, MVP.
So yeah, that's a.
See how
Daylight
Bishop,
MVP.
see how Bishop can fuck it up.
You can call me Dalen Savings Time.
Oh my god. So you got those 3 left up there. Ghouls. Okay, so then the 2 ghouls that were already engaged with you, Kendar, are going to kind of shamble up behind you as well
Okay.
and attempt to strike you. That's a 9, and that's a 7. Both they get advantage because they're flanked. That'll be a 21,
Yeah, that one hits.
and that'll be a 19.
That one hits.
Okay. So you take 9 halved to 4, and 6. So you take a total of 8 points of damage from the 2 attacks from them. Bringing us to the smaller guy in the cloak. He's going to try to strike out at Thomas as well, since that's not going to do it. That one will hit. So he gets 3 points of damage plus
What's the paltry spice?
3, 11, 15, 18. So Thomas takes. Okay, so yeah, this
So I
one.
just opened a paltry spice.
Sorry.
You watch as the smaller one in the cloak runs up and leaps into the air and just sinks both of his daggers deep, this time into Thomas's back. And just rakes them out, and you see a huge spray of blood as he's looking heavily bloodied.
Oh
after the
god.
attack.
Really?
Yeah.
Sneak
Dalen,
attack.
it's up to
You
you.
get sneak attack? I think you got sneak attack.
I think that-
Fucking rogues.
So that takes it's Thomas's turn as he takes a shit ton of damage there.
Which Rogue Boy, he didn't After taking the 40
Yeah, he's
from being in there 2 rounds.
yeah
He's still
okay.
okay.
He may not be after this though,
All right.
because Thomas is going to turn to him, heavily bleeding, blood running down his chest. Is that all you got? It's a 22. That'll hit the motherfucker.
Oh my god.
And that's a 2, so that's a 12 total. That will miss. So he's only going to get 1 shot in on him. Yeah.
10 strength? Plus 10 strength?
Plus 10 to hit.
Oh, okay.
That's 22, 23, 24, 32 points of damage. You watch as he's breathing heavy, almost has his hands on his chest, on his knees. One hand kind of reaches up to his chest, and he just kind of punches as hard as he can right through the midsection of this vampire. Hand coming out the back. The vampire's still standing.
Oh my god.
As he pulls his arm out, and there's just this huge gaping hole, and the vampire himself looks heavily bloodied. And Thomas is kind of just bent over. Dalen, you're up.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds from the Staff of Healing
Okay.
on Thomas.
The staff of healing.
Yeah. It's in my picture, man. I made sure.
Yeah.
So that'll be... Okay, so 6, 8, 10, 13, plus 4, so 17 points
Oh, wow.
of healing.
So a total of 17 points of healing. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. You watch as those wounds just go, the blood stops flowing. You almost watch as the armor itself, the metal begins to almost weave itself back together over the spot as well.
Alright.
He's looking pretty strong again.
Awesome. Good. And I don't have any... No, that'll be it. I'll leave my turn there.
At the end of this turn, Bishop, y'all finally kind of hit the edge of the woods. You tell Bucky his thing, and he kind of, when he starts kind of pawing the ground.
Does he actually go down? Or no, we took a
This is your full double dash to get
full
there.
double dash.
So, yeah,
okay, so
you're
next
gonna,
turn he'll be...
He'll start doing his digging. The vampire in the room that's faced off with you, as she kind of hisses in pain and turns around and sees you and goes, "Oh, hi there. It's good to see another woman. Why don't you come help me?" Make a wisdom saving throw.
Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Wisdom, my one weakness.
Yep. Rolling. 7, Greg.
D&D, my one weakness.
As you're looking at this beautiful woman who's clearly been hurt and battered by these abusive men out there, you're filled with even more rage than you've been before. You're like, how could Dalen and Thomas do this to her?
I'm so sorry.
And you feel with rage and want to go kill them for your new best friend.
How far?
You are now charmed.
I'm so sorry.
And Kendara, it's your turn.
Oh, hang on. It would have been 10.
Still charmed.
Shit.
Well,
Would have been 17 or higher.
Oh my god.
You are charmed.
It's my turn?
Uh-huh.
What am I supposed to do? What did she tell me to do?
She wants you to go out there and kill those people who have hurt her.
Okay. I walk out the door. I can go 30 feet.
So is that how far is 30 feet from where she was?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
So back her up 2 squares. So she's right there currently, heading out that way. Big problems coming y'all's way.
was this charm person?
Mm-hmm. It's a vampire personal spell. Plus you can't
Oh.
see them.
No. What I'm asking is, because I have charm person. since we're fighting her, does she get that saving throw with advantage?
This is
Like
actually,
the regular spell, or is it different because it's the vampire? Trying to help.
Any little bit helps.
I don't know if I'll ever roll that high.
I don't think
Both
I've
of
ever rolled that high.
No.
17? Oh my god.
No,
Whoa.
No.
this is the
It's
vampiric charm.
It's a vampiric charm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, Todd.
Some bitch.
But you do watch as the other 3 vampires on the other side of Thomas disintegrate into ash.
All right. Well, we
There's
got that
something.
going for us, which is cool.
Yeah. I just have like 3 problems now.
Yeah.
Well, 7, but I don't know if ghouls can work doors.
I think they can.
I think
You
so.
watch
I mean,
as,
they were bumping up against the door when I was in there.
yeah, they were slamming into it. They aren't smart enough. You watch as Thomas pulls his fist basically out of that vampire's stomach in front of you, and that vampire goes, "I'm going to be the death of you." And he raises his dagger up and begins to slash at him as he does.
Thank God.
Takes 20 points of damage from being in that fucking sunlight. and Thomas did a number on
We
him.
should just walk around in that. Like, no, like, put it
Yeah.
and just walk around.
It only lasts for.
So that brings us to Thomas's turn. He's going
It
to
will
go.
rest. It will rest.
Thomas is going to turn and charge into the house.
Uh-huh.
He'll see the ghoul there on the left of Kandara.
Mhm.
And that's the first one he's going to engage with, not knowing Kandara is not on y'all's side anymore.
Okay.
Well, that's a natural 3, so that hits. So Kandara, you see Thomas come, one of the ones, the object of your newfound rage, just come running through the door to splinter it. Doesn't even open it, just charges through it, and just punch the face of this ghoul, and it turns almost like inside out on his fist, as it like this is like a water balloon exploding. As he turns to the other one, and he's going to walk past you, so you get an attack of opportunity on him. So you can go ahead and take that as he punches the other ghoul.
I mean, this is a lot of walking. Can he walk this much?
He wasn't that far
I
out.
was so far out. I don't know.
Yeah, that was it.
How big's the house, really?
Oh god.
Freaking mansion.
So that's
Aha!
14, 26,
13?
33, 41 points of damage on that ghoul.
13? Doesn't hit.
Total of 13 does not hit. As you swing out your axe,
Come on, little
and it just sparks across his back, and you watch as these just bloodshot eyes turn towards you, filled with almost as much rage, if not more, as you are currently consumed with.
We're just all so angry.
Dalen, you're up.
All right, I'm ready.
Hey guys, what's up?
5, 10,
Feel a little tension here.
15.
We just need
I'm
to-
gonna see them. I'm not gonna think anything.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna keep going, trying to make it to.
There you go.
So I guess I'll get up to those 2 ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm gonna stab.
Cool. Go for it.
Yeah. 21.
Hits.
6, 13 points of slashing,
Okay.
plus 7 points of cold.
Cool. As you run in and slice across one of them, he's barely holding himself together as the ice hasn't quite melted yet, so he's looking heavily bloodied.
Okay. And I only get 1 attack, so that'll be it.
Okay. All right. Bishop, you have your conversation with Bucky. He begins tunneling down into the ground,
How far does he make it?
30 feet.
Just like straight down?
No, he kind of goes and you tell him to tunnel a path, so right underneath the. You want somebody to be able to follow him, so he kind of does that 30 feet in the direction.
Okay. I'm gonna follow, make sure I know the direction. We're on course.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check
For me or him?
for you.
Oh.
Because you're the one guiding him at this point, if you're like to make sure.
19. Fuck yeah. 21.
Okay, so Bucky kind of begins tunneling, and like as you're walking, you realize the tunnel's kind of making this weird right-hand turn, and you just kind of take Bucky and you like point him and just go this way.
Okay, compared to the town, like we got to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the town, which way is the tunnel going?
The way it's going now
Yeah.
is this way. It was kind of starting to go this way.
Okay, so it's going away from the town.
Yeah.
Okay. Towards the house. Direction of the mountains.
Yeah, it's headed
Okay.
towards the mountains.
Okay.
You're gonna put the 2-year-old child in there with the dragon and let those two handle it.
No, I'm following.
Okay, gotcha. I was just
What
asking.
kind of monster do you think he is?
All right, cool. So that's your turn then.
Vampires.
This is gonna become the bishop show.
I'll be the only one left.
Oh my god.
It's weird you gave him 5 minutes.
Okay, so that's your turn then. Anything else you wish to do? You and Bucky just kind of making travel underground now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put her on Bucky
Okay.
and tell her whatever happens, stay on him.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. So that brings us to the vampire. She's going to step through that door into her room. So I just basically take her off the board towards Coleman, like right there. There you go. For now.
Okay.
Kandara, you're up.
They get to make a saving throw for wisdom.
You don't for the next 24 hours.
There's no.
Mm-mm.
What if someone hits her?
Oh.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Since Thomas is right in front of me, that's the one I'll go for.
Okay, go for it.
Flaccid 20.
That will hit. And I mean, you're really angry at him. Some smite would be good to pump into this too.
Be 10 normal.
10 normal damage. Okay, you can put it all together
Yeah.
because his resistance is to all damage.
That'll be a total of 17.
17. So we will have that down to 8. As you strike into his chest, this full-hearted slam straight into his chest, and the radiant energy explodes. You see what should be just a gashing, fatal wound on most people. Is this small line cut where the armor's been broken and blood is pouring. He is looking bloodied, but he doesn't look like that hurt him near as much as it should have. As you see the rage begin to fill in his eyes as he's just looking at you. The 2 ghouls in the hallway are going to attack you, Dalen.
Okay.
That is an 11 and an 18.
Second one hits.
That's 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Not a magical...
Is it just like necrotic because they're undead?
Yeah, it's more
Okay.
of a...
You said con save?
Yeah.
Ooh, 9.
You are paralyzed for 1 minute,
Fuck yeah.
but you can repeat that saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Fuck yeah.
So, anyways, so 1 hit you, 1 missed. Brings us to Thomas's turn as his eyes are filled with rage and looks at you, Kendar. He's going to swing at you. That's going to be a 25 to hit. That is 16, 26, 34 points of damage, halved to 17. As you feel there's this icy steel fist slamming
If I
into
go
your face.
unconscious, does it go away? Hopefully,
You're
surely.
unconscious for
We'll
24 hours.
find out.
Okay, don't wake me up for 24 hours.
22 to hit you.
That hits.
31 had 16 points of damage. So he slams you first time across the face, second time the big uppercut right into your armor.
I'm armor up.
Dalen, you're up.
Alright. I am paralyzed, so end of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make a con save. Oh, nat 20.
Okay, so you're no longer paralyzed.
Cool.
But that's the end of your turn.
Also cool.
Okay. Bishop. Y'all just still trucking on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can he double dash underground?
Yes. So,
Would
y'all
that be a smart idea?
that'll get you out faster. So,
He only digs at 20.
so yeah. So
uh,
you're only
to my
moving at
turn,
20
so
feet.
you'd be going 40. You can
So,
double
yeah.
dash.
Okay. Yeah. He double dash under.
Okay. Alright, cool. Brings us to the vampire's turn. She's going to hang out back there in her room for a little longer.
Understandable.
Just put her face.
Fixing your face.
Fix her
Neck
face.
problems.
Yeah. Adjusting her back and stuff. Kendara, you're up.
I'm gonna hit on this.
Go for it.
Be a 25.
That hits.
So it's 11 points of regular damage.
Okay. Plus, yeah, smite him, because, I mean, how could he dare touch you?
How dare he?
And spray.
Shiona.
So it's 17 again. So
17 half down to 8. Okay.
I can see the mansplaining in his eyes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
So this time you rear back and hit it again, almost in the exact same spot. This time it does. It sinks deep in, and your explosion of radiant energy almost blows out some of the flesh, beginning to turn it over the top of the metal armor on there. You just then blood begin to pour out heavily. As now Thomas looks heavily blooded.
I'm so sorry.
The ghouls are going to attack you again. That's a 10
Nope.
and an 8.
Nope.
As you kind of shake off the paralyzed, they come and you just kind of block them both out of the way with your sword and staff there.
Alright.
Thomas is up. He's going to swing at you again, Kendara. It's a 28
Yeah.
and a 12.
12 is done.
That's 21, 23, 24, 32. 16 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
Okay, so as he's like barely standing, he kind of comes up with an uppercut, lifts you off your feet, and puts you to the ground. And he's going to step over you and begin walking down the hallway towards back where you're at. Can he move? It's 30 feet to one of those ghouls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Which-
I don't know how
Cool.
condensed you're making this house.
It's
but
it's fine. We'll
You
use
know,
what.
I'm sure you can get to them.
Okay. Cool. Well, he's going to walk up to the one that's not injured, and he's going to delete it.
gonna injure him.
As he just walks over towards it, he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and just brings his hand over like this and just slaps it down on top of him, and it just carves like through his chest down to about his like his waist area of just a hand shape like. through it.
Nice.
That was 21, 31, 37, plus 8. It's 45 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Dalen, you're up.
Okay. I am. Let's see. Do I see how hurt he is? How much he's bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's pulling in the floor around him.
Yeah, I'm a cast Cure Wounds on.
Okay.
So that'll be. Sorry. Casting at 4th level. 4d8. Be 8, 10. 19 plus 4, 23 hit points.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
You watch as every wound on him completely disappears and heals, and the metal mends itself together. He doesn't even have a scratch on him anymore.
And then I'm going to duck around and shove the ghoul kind of in his direction.
Sure.
I'm moving within the ghoul's space.
Gotcha. And you're not
Yeah,
actually
just kinda
touching. You're just kind of repositioning, trying to get in between him and the ghoul.
Like, I don't want to be in between him and this ghoul.
Gotcha.
Like, I saw what just happened, and I don't want to be a part of it.
Gotcha.
See the rage in his eyes.
Okay.
Oh.
Bishop,
You
you're
mad
up.
man.
Still double dashing with Bucky.
Cool.
As now that we've kind of slowed down, I'm kind of calming the Kayla,
Kara.
Kara.
Mhm.
Yeah, just kind of calming her down.
Okay. Cool.
She's gonna hit you in the knee.
Brings us to the vampire's
Be
turn.
all right.
She's gonna do. She's in a room somewhere doing some things. Kandara, make a death saving throw.
3.
One. That one got deleted, so that one's done. So the one that's hurt, the one ghoul that's hurt, he's going to. He's just like looking back and forth between you and the one that's not hurt and you. And he's like looking at the big metal guy, and he's like, and he's gonna turn and try to hit you.
Yeah.
It's a 5. It's not gonna happen.
Yes.
We bring it to Thomas, who is going to hit him.
Mhm.
Yeah, he hits it. It's 23.
Come on, cool.
And he is just you watch as he does that. He's like swings out to go to like slash at you. You watch as Thomas, now feeling much better, just slaps the side of his head like completely off. Like it just like turns like liquid, like slams up against the wall.
You ever watch that Russian slapping contest?
It's kind of like
Yeah.
that, except
Oh
the
my
head
God.
just disintegrates.
Seen some really good knockouts that way.
Yeah.
And then he's going to proceed to go towards that room and then bust through that door. And that's will be his turn. Because he won't be able to get to her this turn. And then Dalen, you're up.
I'm trying to think what he noticed that Kandara's not there. I'm gonna roll a d20 on that.
Okay.
Whether or not he's gonna notice that Kandara is not following for the battle like I feel that she should.
Okay.
It'll be 10 and up. He notices underneath equal 10.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back to find her.
Okay, cool. Easy enough.
Now, did you notice that she was
I didn't hit.
Charmed?
charmed?
No, I ran straight past both of them. All I see is she's down now. So I'm going to walk up and pour a potion of greater healing
Okay.
down her throat.
Awesome.
So that'll be D4. You still have my D4?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I borrow that for a second?
You got the numbers on what it is over there too?
44 plus 4.
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 4, 14.
So you heal 14 points, Kandara. End of your turn. Dalen.
Movement, open action. Don't really have a bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting for her to wake up and
Okay.
come to.
Bishop still going with Bucky.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Just as we're going, I'm just making sure he's going on the right path.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, cool. Brings to the vampire's turn. As Thomas comes smashing through the door, she turns around as she's kind of finished, finally getting all of her stuff back in order. All the wounds seem to have finally healed themselves up. And she looks just like she did at the start of things.
Mm.
Oh, good.
So she's going to rush forward and attack Thomas now.
Hmm.
He's
right at the edge of the map, right there.
So she's going to first attempt to claw him. That's 9 plus 9, so it's 18, so that just hits. So he takes 11 points of slashing damage, half to 5. Now he needs to make a strength saving throw, because she's going to attempt to, with that, he grapples her, or she's grappled. Oh, nope, he breaks it.
If you like watching Craig play
Yeah,
with himself,
sorry.
please leave a comment.
Every Tuesday night on Pornhub Cams.
If you like what,
Thumbs up.
if you like the situations that these guys continue to put me in through their great decision making, keep coming.
It's
Anyways.
gonna keep
Because it's,
happening.
that is just...
So she does. She successfully like slashes across his like neck, trying to rend open some veins, and then like tries to spin around and grab a hold of him. He just kind of shrugs her off. She goes in for a bite. That will hit actually. So
Is his AC not raised? Do you having metal all over him? Or?
I mean it's high. It's 18.
Oh.
Plate armor plus
She's
like
just-
10.
So that is 7 points of piercing damage and 10
30.
points of necrotic. So 17 halved down to 8.
Are you sure she didn't get past the metal?
It's not like head to toe.
Oh. That's not as cool as I was thinking.
Colossus.
Still pretty cool.
There you go. Kandara, you're awake. And so fucking angry.
Oh god damn.
How dare this motherfucker touch you and try to feed you whatever that was. You're enraged again.
Oh my god!
You fucked up.
Ah!
Are you
Ah!
serious?
You're gonna stand up,
Oh.
smack this stupid furball right in his face. You've been wanting to do it for so long. Now it's time.
Goddamn Irish accent.
So
Fucking curse
Dan, you
these
just watch as Kandara kind of stands up slowly, shoulders kind of slunched over, like
Oh, thank God you're alright.
head kind of turns up and just kind of looks at you, and there's this icy cold glare. She's staring at you.
Are you alright?
Get him, Kandara. Oh no, get him. I just want her to be like natural 20.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Recklessly attack him. You have advantage.
I don't know if you can.
I can.
I think you could just give me like one word things to do.
Not this charm. Like this charm,
Ah,
because I don't trust you to fight him as hard as you can fight. So
I have been.
I know, but I want you to recklessly attack him this time.
Who's we?
Me and the vampire.
Yeah, there's no. Craig's being a dick. No, the other one's better.
Okay.
Does 25 hit?
Just barely. I guess.
That'd be 11 points damage, and
Okay.
I'm out of smite.
Okay.
It'd be how much damage?
11 points.
I will say this. Thankfully, I have Ice Dragon's Fang sheathed. Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm.
Okay. So that's the end of Kandara's turn. Dalen, you're up.
Dylan's confused by what just happened.
Yeah. I'm sorry for fucking helping you. No. Because I have charmed person, so would
I'm sure you'd be able to
I
understand.
would be able to understand kind of what's going on.
Didn't something similar to this happen before too? Somebody got charmed by a vampire.
I charmed a vampire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Took control.
Would I be under the impression that if I cast Charm Person, it would have any effect?
Would it trump her charm?
Would it charm her or
What's
the
your
other charm?
What's your save?
15.
She's stronger than
Hers is stronger. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I mean, you can
know-
try, but
I mean, all right. Okay. I am going to cast Bark Skin.
okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to wild shape into a bear.
You watch as Dalen's skin kind of gets this rocky stone looking effect as he shifts into a bear, but now his fur kind of looks hard and stony,
Mm-hmm.
like a rock bear.
Does rock bear.
All right. Bishop.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
No, you're.
do y'all want me to come back? I mean,
No.
I mean, even if
You-
we did, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You had no idea.
Save the little girl. Save
Jim.
So, I think I skipped Thomas too in that round of combat because I attacked him. Kandara went, and I skipped him and went to you. So, anyways, he'll have attacked the vampire in the
Okay.
interim of that, and both of those will just hit. So.
God.
17, 21, 22, 30. So that's 10, 13, 14, 22, so 52 points of damage to the vampire. So it's basically, it's back there in the back, you just hear just like the slamming of, up against the wall, like the house almost shakes at one point. You can hear just the sounds of combat coming from the other room. So Bishop, that was your turn. Brings us to the vampire's turn finally. So it's 20 for her. Back to that. She's going to attack him again twice. That is cocked. That'll hit. And that'll hit. Same roll both times. So, so it's 8 points in that. And then it's 25 total points. To him, it's going to be the averages. Half down to 12.
you ever see that?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Those
Cool.
old like samurai movies. It's just this old samurai with a kid just wandering around doing shit.
All right, Kandara, you're up. There's now an angry rock bear in front of you.
It's an actual movie, like series.
Does 13 hit?
No.
But you can also recklessly attack him. You're so
Which
angry.
means that you have advantage on her.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, that's even worse. This didn't hit.
Sweet.
No. All
No
right.
hitty.
So you, So brings us up to you, Dalen, because I'm just going to do Thomas in the background here since nobody can see what's going on with them.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of keep us updated.
What the fuck, Craig?
So I am going to attack with the claws.
Okay.
Advantage, that would be 18 plus 6, so 21 to hit you.
Hits, yeah.
All right. So the claws are gonna hit, and for my bite, it'll be 22. So they both hit. One will be 9 points piercing for the bite, and 9 points slashing for the claws.
I'm still standing. It's
Okay.
looking heavily bloodied.
Nice. Good
Yay.
to know.
Cool.
I'm so excited.
Bishop, I'm just gonna skip over you.
Yeah,
since
just
she's running
skip
at
me.
this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if
What's,
it's been an hour,
Kendara,
Can
you're
we get a
up.
recap of what's happening in the back?
You just
Take
hear
a walk.
fighting
Okay.
and slamming
You hear
around.
fighting.
Yeah, y'all don't know because y'all can't see right now. Kendara, you're up. I'm doing the vampires' attacks in the back here.
Now, kid.
That one, you want me to do reckless again? Okay. 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And 11 points damage.
Okay.
Alright, Dalen, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to keep hidden. You recklessly attacked, right?
Those.
Alright, so I will go in for the claws. So it'll be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And for the bite will be 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. So the claws will hit. That'll be 8 plus 4, 12. 12 points of damage.
I'm down.
You're down? Okay. Alright. I am going to use my bonus action to drop my wild shape.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna wait there.
Okay. Alright. Kendara, make a death saving throw.
Okay. I failed.
Okay.
Thought of that one for a second. Got real scared. But I didn't.
7.
It was a 7.
Because isn't a nat one like auto
2.
death?
Or
Or
2.
Two fails.
deaths? Okay.
Those slots. 1d8. 7 I can get back.
You just burst in.
What's y'all doing back here?
On a stabilizer. That's my whole idea. I don't want her to die,
Yeah.
but I also don't want her waking up.
Okay.
At least not until we've dealt with this.
Yeah, yeah. 24 hours later.
You see
Or
her
you
start.
maybe if you kill the lady, hopefully.
You see her starting to stir.
Okay. Dalen, you're up.
All right. Would it be a full action to stabilize her?
Make a medical check.
Yes.
Can I help him?
No.
Can I help?
No.
Can
Thomas
Bucky
help?
help him?
Do I get advantage because I have the power of anime and God on my side?
No, you don't.
After watching that awesome fight.
So inspired to
Jesus.
medically stabilize people.
All right. Ooh, not bad. 24.
You are stabilized.
Cool.
So you're not dying. So you don't have to make any more death saves.
All right, and
The
then
maker.
since I am Dalen, again I'm gonna run back.
Okay.
Just kind of see what's happening.
Okay. You see the vampire about
Mhm.
the time as you come around the corner and kind of get to where you can see. You watch some of the wounds begin to close on the vampire. She's looking bloodied
Mm-hmm.
as she begins to her assault on. That'll hit, and that will hit. So both of those will hit. As you watch, as she just like jumps, like she's spins around and like slashing across his back, and then like sinks her teeth into like the back of his neck and just rips out for a minute. So that's 25, half down to 12. Jesus Christ.
How's he looking?
Heavily bloodied.
Okay.
That's going to bring us to his turn. You watch as he kind of holds his hand up, and a little bit of healing energies comes out. Not much this time. That's one of the worst rolls. I got to go with it. So that is... Comes up a little bit. You watch as some of the wounds begin to close, but he's still looking bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
And then with his bonus action, he'll use the sword's ability to make another hit. That's an 8. That's a trap roll. 8, 9, 19. 25. Okay. Gandar's stabilized. That's Thomas's turn. Dalen, you're up.
All right, I am going.
You watch as he just like smashes like his fist. He goes to he like pulls her off, throws her on the ground, and goes to hit her like on the face on the ground. She kind of rolls out of the way, and he just crushes her shoulder. Like the right shoulder just like crumples in, and you can hear it break. And as she gets up, he swings backhandedly and catches her across the back, kind of sends her across the floor flying.
Okay.
She kind of staggers up. She's looking bloodied. He's looking bloodied.
So I can see into that room, correct?
Yes.
How big is that room?
The room itself is like, whenever you went in, it's probably like a 10 by 20 room. So it's
Okay.
about 200 square feet.
Okay. I want to cast daylight in the middle of that room.
That's huge. You okay? Cool.
Yeah. And I don't have any bonus actions, so
Cool.
yeah, that'll be it
Awesome.
for me right this second.
All right. Bishop's just running along. So as you kind of come running around the corner, seeing this melee happening, and she has been knocked across the room, she kind of spins around, slides, comes running back up, and she's going to make one attack at him. That's going to miss. Second attack, that's just going to hit. That's the one that's his that tree. Where's his that tree? That does 10, 17 halved. So that's going to be 8. Oh, shit. Okay. Awesome. As she runs up and like sinks her fangs like into him, trying to regain some health. And then you shine the light in there, and you watch as the wounds kind of begin healing as she begins sucking that energy out. It just like burns away again as she's looking. Holy shit! She looks like a skeleton with just barely any flesh clinging to her right now. And that's gonna bring it to Thomas's turn, because that was her turn. So yeah, it brings it to Thomas's turn. He himself too is just like, he's down to one knee as she's like standing on him, like trying to draw the last remaining bits of his life force out of him. Like she's got his head peeled over to the side, she's got her fangs sucked deep into his neck. And you watch just one hand kind of reaches up, roll, make sure it hits. Ooh, that's not going to. That will though. As he reaches up with one hand, oh yeah, and just grabs the neck that's biting her, or biting into his, and he just rips and pulls, and you watch as the spine begins to pull out from the ribs, like as he just pulls it from his neck, and it has like her hand, like her spine and head, like in his hand as it begins to turn to dust.
He boned her like a fish.
And he just kind of collapses to the ground.
He collapses?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
And you watch as the metal in his skin, because at the end of the top of this round, it cracks and then turns into like this smoke and dissipates.
Like, does his sword come back, or
Just the hilt's laying there.
just the hills laying there? Okay. Are we effectively out of combat?
Currently.
Currently. Cool.
Oh my god, I need a drink.
All right.
Why don't we take a break right there before any more action happens or anything else?
My god.
All right, let's start here so people know we're on
So
Jedi.
people know.
We're on Jedi Grandmaster.
Alright. Ready?
You ready?
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Eyes of the Beholder. Let's play. What are we playing, Craig? What the fuck is
is going on, everybody? We're playing. Oh, what is the name of this game? I don't even know.
Star Wars
Jedi
New
Academy?
Order? Oh God, no!
Y'all remember that game?
Not
We played that on the
again.
stream. That was awesome. I think this is basically
Not
the same
that
thing.
again. Yeah. You learn
So-
to be a Jedi.
So are we doing story mode?
I
For
feel
bitches?
like I would, but I feel like you're different, Greg.
Guess who's on the sticks today, motherfuckers? It's me. We're gonna do Jedi Grandmaster
Good
because
luck.
I hate my life.
Yeah. Apparently, this is Dark Souls, but with Jedis.
Cool. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Oh, you have to hold it.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a hold to confirm. I already don't like. 2 out of 10. Do not encourage.
2 out of 10. Yeah. No, I've heard good things about this game. I really have.
Listen, you
It's
play a ginger
Beautiful. It is.
Jedi.
And most importantly, it's EA Star Wars.
Ooh, what is my loot box like?
Gambling?
Do we have? Did you spend microtransactions yet?
Not yet.
I'm
But
disappointed in you.
I didn't buy the best of everything yet, so.
I think they're talking.
Da-da-da-da.
Are we okay? So quick question: are we in this Let's Play? Are we deep in the story mode here? Because we can't.
We can't hear shit.
We cannot hear.
But we.
However, with the subtitles, according to you, are on because it was highlighted. That's what you told me.
The subtitles are on. Why would they not be on? Look at all those Starfleet.
Yeah.
My God.
And Jean-Luc Picard is not going to be happy
Shut the
about
fuck up.
Where's Worf? Is he in this game?
No, Wesley Crusher. We're playing as
God
Wesley
damn you!
Crusher.
God damn it! We're Will Wheaton. This is going to be a long game.
Oh, that is a big thing.
He is.
What the fuck is that?
He's got no ass.
Looks like grandmother fucking thing.
Look, I'm telling you, they're saying we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prop.
But the boss wants a word.
And you're Cal?
It'll be good for us. Here he is, Chief.
About this guy, we look very Anakin Skywalker-y.
An error has been detected on
I hate sand already.
Apparently you can't become evil in this game.
What?
You can't. Cannot at all.
Don't tempt me,
No, like... There's not an option to become evil.
dude. His eyes look like assholes.
Whose?
Okay. Who do you think? The one with assholes for eyes.
Right behind you.
Okay. All right.
How does it feel?
Okay. Running around. That feels pretty good.
Yeah?
Let's jump. Ooh. Okay, I got some jumps. Sick jumps. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing this is tutorial mode.
Yeah.
Cool. I can jump that.
Alien language.
Oh, jumped it. Sick.
Goddamn
Sweet.
bleep blop.
Sweet platforming. Them clones are fierce.
So I consider us both to be experts in the Star Wars canonical and non-canonical universe.
Up here.
Gone!
What time period do you think this is?
All right. Well, if I'm guessing,
I've seen the look
right now currently,
Yeah.
I'm guessing Clone Wars era, but it could be anytime really.
See, I'm thinking like
Okay, right there, that makes me think Trade
it's
Republic.
Separatists.
So I'm thinking prequels, but I mean, it could.
Never think prequels.
I mean, they're better than the postquels. That's a term I'm quoting.
Postquels?
The postquels.
Postquels.
The
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm gonna use it. Postquels. Good old.
No, I think this is the time after the Separatists, but before the postquels.
I mean, I got
So there's like an 80-year difference in there, but
You okay?
I mean, it could be. Like,
Yeah,
I'm good.
good.
I said.
yeah, I'm good.
What a,
Ladders
how do I-
out.
Prof, that was the big asshole guy.
yeah.
Gonna have to find another way.
You have to find another way.
No problem.
No problem. I'll
improvise.
improvise.
See you there, pal.
That looks like a platform to jump off of.
It does.
It's yellow.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh
okay.
my god!
sweet, 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 sweet. I know I like this. This is good.
Sure.
Good evening. Do you know that meme, that vine?
Oh.
Oh, come on, man. There's your pop culture references. It's a black dude. He comes like sliding down like an icy ramp, and he's like, "Good evening." Whatever. Fuck you. This is why I can't have. This is why we can't have nice things. Ooh.
That looks like a thing to jump
Wait
on.
a second. Check this out. I can run, motherfucker.
Can you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. Stars that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. 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 That doesn't look like the way. This looks like this way. Alien language. Gloop glop gloop to you too.
Grab the vine, Jane, the vine. Grab the vine, Jane, the vine.
Easy there.
Just passing through. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't even tell you to do that yet.
Listen. I'm pretty.
Pretty game savvy.
I kind of know stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I understand.
You're missing all the references though, to other aliens that we've seen. Because that's all Star Wars is nowadays.
Dude, I'm seriously.
There's Roydens.
Like the post-schools, man, like all the fan service is just like, hey, you remember that Star Wars movie that one time we made? I'm like, yeah, I liked those. These that you're making now, I don't like these.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like, hey, you remember when Han Solo was a thing? Yeah,
That was cool.
yeah.
That's pretty neat.
You got any more original ideas? No? Okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
That's the idea.
possible to fall off these? Can I fall off? I wanna
You
fall
are
off.
on Master Jedi, so
I can't. I cannot fall off.
Well, that's
This is not Dark Souls. I mean, it's kind of, but if it was real Dark Souls, I would have fallen off. Or like, maybe it will once you're out of the tutorial mode.
maybe.
But like, all right, so right there, that's gonna get annoying. Like having to look for those little things and some of these things, it's gonna be rough, man.
Womp rats? Oh, scrap rats. Okay.
Yeah,
Passing
man,
through,
listen.
guys.
Womp rats,
No
those
need
are
to come out and say
Tatooine.
hi this time.
My bad. What planet are we on now, Craig?
If I had to say, I had to look at the sky, look at the
Bespin?
I had to look at the constellations to know for sure.
It's more like Bespin now.
I mean, it could be. Let's see. All right, so if you triangulate. Oh, wait, hold on.
Dick? Ass?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was looking at.
I know, Craig.
Don't judge me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I went through from. I was going to make a Family Guy reference to Tyra Banks turning into an iguana and eating a model. Hey, nothing.
Hey, Cal.
Hey.
I'll meet you at the clamps.
Cool.
Sounds good.
See you there, buddy. Ooh, drop down. I can do that. Which one is? What button is that? Is that circle? Okay, cool. PlayStation 4, man. It's been a while since I've played my PlayStation 4, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, cool. Whoa. How do we? Oh, yep. Just like
Oh,
Dark Souls. Okay,
goodness.
cool. I know what I'm doing there. Neat.
Does it feel like Dark Souls?
Kind of, sorta, like a bit. Like there are, it's elements of it are similar. So yeah.
It's a video game?
How'd you get here?
Yeah, I like you roll with or like evade with circle, and so yeah. Oh, I gotta jump to grab the vine thing, or it's not a vine. It's a.
Do you jump?
You don't jump the same way as you did, so that's kind of different. Like, which is good because Dark Souls jumping was sketchy as hell. So you know there, yeah. Like you had to run. Oh, okay, I see. You've got to. You've got to re-grab.
Bing!
I thought, yeah, make a death counter. For we're playing, we're doing this on, you know, Jedi Masterhood.
Master.
There's two.
Bing!
I forgot what button was jump there for a second because I did Dark Souls jumping. Oh nope, didn't get it.
Wow, my God.
So
You look at your health bar.
ooh, does it keeps it? That's kind of cool. I mean, that makes it more interesting. Okay, cool, got it that time, Chief. Ha!
Oh my God.
Got it. Yeah, see, I missed it the first time because all the other times it's just been like, hey, it goes and it grabs it for you, and
really?
then it didn't, and I was like, oh, well, all right, that's neat. Fuck me then. And then I started talking about Dark Souls, and then so I started pushing the buttons to jump, and those are not the buttons anymore. So you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had to like run and then like click in on the thumbstick to jump in Dark Souls. That's a weird mechanic, man, and it's not very accurate when it does it, so it feels real sketchy.
Wait, turn around. That's a fucking clone ship. So they've got. I guess. I like that.
So I'm telling you, I think it's post-cool.
Post school,
Maybe it's either post-cool or like
before everybody knows where Luke is, and
yeah, it's like in between the prequels and the actual story that matters.
yeah, the good one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So there it is. Got to climb this bitch. All right. No. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's
I mean,
just
you can
really
climb it.
Yeah. Just going on up.
But yeah, I like that, adding elements from every movie, every time period, like the Separatists, see if you can fall off.
I'm trying. Like I'm walking towards the edge right now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not-
Okay.
Like in Dark Souls, like it starts getting this like wobble mechanic, like he's kind of doing, but
It
you
looks like
actually
it,
you have to. It just is imitating it. You actually have to correct yourself on that one.
The
So
manual override lever below.
that's a jump there, sir. Got it. Ain't no thing.
Apparently, this is a bunch of puzzle.
Okay.
Got it. Your turn.
All right.
Puzzles to it. Too.
Okay.
Hold on.
Cool. Yeah, I mean
All right,
that's.
clamp secured. Boom.
Oh
You
god,
okay?
something fell.
Still here.
Yeah.
Ah,
They want to
Give me a
make you
fright there,
nervous.
pal.
Okay. Yeah, I got that.
And my asshole is clenched just watching.
Hang on. I got this.
That's always clenched. That's the secret. Oh, so now I gotta jump up?
Get
Is that,
out
oh,
here.
no, I don't have to jump up. I just climb up.
Oh, really?
I was like, man, that'd be a lot cooler if I had to jump up and try to grab that shit.
Favorite
Look at this.
climbing mechanic
It's a Jedi
is
fighter.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's a pretty good climbing mechanic, Assassin's Creed. This is
Especially
it's
like the newer
similar.
ones.
4 years?
This is kind of similar.
Yeah.
It's like a mix between that and.
Never flew this without an
I
blazer.
remember having a lot of this kind of climbing in Dark Souls. There were
Jedi.
some, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
Like some vines every now and then on the wall you could grab onto and
I've
stuff.
always said they couldn't all be traitors.
He said Jedi. Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
maybe.
Well, that's how you know it's gonna be a good game then.
Lucky day.
I mean, anything that doesn't have Jedi in it, I mean, what's the point of it even being Star
We are
Wars?
scrapping these ships for the war just so they can turn around and
Speaking of which, Mandalorian.
Haven't seen it yet. Set.
Oh, it's an R2 unit.
Yeah.
Too.
Really should watch
Or maybe it's an R3.
Find us free like this.
Maybe.
We don't know what
Take
year
it
we're
off
in
this
yet.
soggy
Yeah.
rock.
I mean,
We should ask Anus what year we're in.
Hell, you're a
prequel
young
Is
guy.
his name Anus?
You don't end up
is-
like me.
eyes do look like it.
I'm telling you, man.
Eventually, you gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny.
But no, Mandalorian. Good show. No Jedi yet, except some spoilers, but
I don't need to know anything yet. Don't tell
That'd
me.
be sick. Hey, we should get back down.
This dude looks like somebody to me. Other than
I mean,
Hayden,
he's
other than Hayden Christensen. Oh. Anus. Anus, no! Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, is it you in control? Oh,
Oh,
God.
I am. Oh, it is very
Oh
slimy.
my goodness.
It is there's a lot of. Oh no. Okay. Is there a way to control this better? I don't think there is. It's just a lot of getting used to the sliding of things. Okay. Yeah, I meant to do that. I aimed
Yeah.
for that actually.
Brock, you okay?
Anus, are you okay?
Now, I can't climb up.
Oh, this is sentimental already.
He'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Don't let
This
go.
is like
I can't hold on.
what's that game where you lose the horse?
No.
Oh, I had to catch him with my force powers. Turns out I'm a Jedi.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't catch him
bro?
great.
yeah, you know, you fucked that up.
I got it okay.
Pilot's gone. I'll get us out of here. Just hang on.
Oh, Jesus.
We know what that is.
Is that a Sarlacc?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
This thing is barely flying. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't.
On Tatooine.
I know because it doesn't rain in Tatooine.
Is Aunt Veru here?
They've already passed.
Have they? We don't know
All right.
that.
Okay, we gotta.
We gotta move. Come on.
Wait until this is.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just like,
Yeah, you're just watching. Yeah,
I know. I was like,
You're along for the ride.
a little. I was like, man, I hope Amos's leg's gonna be okay. Also, those weird holes in his cheek are unnerving. Is that his nose?
That's his nostril.
That's supposed to be nostrils. You think he ever gets freaky with those things?
No. No.
Like, does Wesley Crusher and him ever get weird with him?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, we don't know their relationship.
Yeah, we don't. All right. Thanks for watching the first episode.
Is that it?
of-
We're done?
That is.
We made it through the tutorial
Yeah,
and the
made
first.
it through the tutorial.
Shit, man, that's good. Good stuff. Well, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah.
Ginger's out. Always. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Where's the spike?
Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope y'all enjoyed that new deal we're doing for the break there. Thought that might be more fun than staring at our "we'll be right back" screen. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that.
We enjoyed it.
I mean, we enjoyed making it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Drinking, laughing, that was fun.
I'm glad someone enjoyed it.
Drinking.
Sick burn. Anyways, so
Yep.
you guys are currently not in combat, as
Okay.
Thomas has kind of collapsed down to one knee. Kind of
Okay.
stands up.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on him again.
Okay.
First level this time.
Okay.
So that would be one of these. 6 points.
Okay. As you kind of start pouring your healing energy into him,
Mhm.
you notice the wounds don't seem to be closing
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
Oh.
He got bit a lot,
Yeah.
so his maximum is
Oh, no.
way down.
Okay. Well, that didn't seem to fucking help.
On a scale of what to what?
He looks real fucking rough, especially now that the metal's all gone. He is looking real rough. He's just kind of
Can you walk?
yeah. He kind of
Okay.
pushes himself up and looks
Well,
at his.
I got my friend. She's down for the count for a bit. It seems that she got a little bit of charm. I don't know if that goes away now that this bitch is dead. I'd rather not find out. Because if she wakes back up swinging, doesn't seem like either of us could take that.
No, I'm in
So
no shape.
unless you know for sure, I say we leave her down for the count.
Roll an intelligence check for him. 'Cause
Mhm.
I don't want to metagame anything.
Yeah.
It's a net 20.
It's a net
Good.
20.
So
It's a
you
rock hard.
Rock hard,
Rock hard
solid,
20.
throbbing.
That is a
Are we gonna make a
Okay, so
that's a
flaccid
Craig
20?
Hell yeah, we are.
full on Craig 20.
Oh, dear.
Anyways,
It's okay. I'm married.
Still inappropriate. Can we talk to HR about this?
yeah.
Do we
Hi.
have an HR about this?
I think I'm HR.
You're barely the editor.
Yeah. So Thomas looks at you and goes, yeah, with her dead, it should break whatever charm was placed on her. So we should be okay.
Oh, thank fucking God, because I honestly wasn't looking forward to carrying her. I mean,
No.
I would.
That plate armor looks
I
very
wouldn't
heavy.
have been happy.
That plate armor looks heavy.
Oh, it is.
It's actually not. I don't know. It's Elven, so it doesn't weigh like hardly anything.
I've had it on at one point. I
Yeah.
don't remember you telling me it was
Yeah.
light.
It's super light. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's actually not that heavy. She's just a very...
She's unconscious. We can talk about her. all day.
very
She's a big lady.
healthy woman.
Yeah, she's very hardy.
HR will remember this.
Hearing is the last thing to go.
Not when you're unconscious.
Yeah, you don't know.
All right.
Thomas kind of staggers over towards her and puts his hand on her shoulder, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on her as well. So you get 7 points of health back.
How you feeling?
I know what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sense of pride in someone else.
Hmm?
Oh, I know what you're referencing. But
Yeah. Sorry.
She is dead.
Aye, she is.
Saw to it by my own hand. As he kind of pushes up on one knee and stands up. Just kind of holds his hand out to help pick you up.
On the hang on, let me make sure. So the thing that's in him, what is that considered? That's keeping his HP down.
It's technically a special feat of the vampire, but I mean, so it stays.
Is it considered disease or poison?
No,
So I can't with my thing.
no. It's basically he's been exsanguinated more or less. His blood's been drawn out so much.
You remember Bishop took a long rest. He was fine.
Well, I'm just gonna stand up.
Mhm.
She won't meet Eel's eyes, and she's just gonna walk out of the house.
So he's basically hypovolemic right now.
Yes.
Okay. I know big one.
Look at you soon-to-be nurse.
Nice.
But yes.
Do you feel out?
No, I understand what it means.
Okay, Threshold.
Weak from blood loss, right? Hypothermia?
Basically. There you go.
Hypoflyemic?
Nailed it.
Necrophilia.
Yes, that's it. Okay.
Anyways,
Kendara walks out without saying anything.
out the front door.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Still daylight out there, thankfully. So.
As we're walking out, I just want to look at Kendara and Thomas. Well, by my count, there's still about 3 of those new vampires roving around on patrol, and at least 9 that I can think of vampires still running around here. Which I don't know about you, but I'm not in any position to fuck with them right now.
No, nor am I. About the time y'all kind of walk out into the daylight or whatever, as you kind of are surveying the area around y'all, as this large battle scene has taken place. There's dust scattered all across the dirt road of piles of small vampire dust everywhere, blood from you or from Thomas strewn across the ground. And then right at the edge of where your 30-foot daylight spell is, you see standing here. I'll just put them down so you can see. That's fine. I'll just use those 3, and then those 3, and those 2. Since those got all those
You
things.
got some more.
Okay. So just like, let's say that your spell ends here,
Mhm.
or whatever, because it's 30 feet, whatever. So we'll say 3 there, 3 on the road, kind of right there, spread out, and then on that road down there, another 3.
So the 9 real ones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All standing just outside the sunlight. They're not actually standing in it.
Are y'all out of the house right now?
They're just like on the front porch, like as y'all kind of step out and see this.
Well,
I'd say your count's right.
I think you should know I don't have any more daylight left in me.
We probably shouldn't tell them that.
Probably not.
How long do we have?
We had what, 6 rounds, so a minute?
So yeah,
It's been a minute.
been 1
We
minute.
got about an hour left for this daylight and the daylight in the back room. After about an hour, that shit's gone.
So we've got an hour to figure out what the hell we're gonna do and how the hell we're gonna get out of here.
right.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll work like this, but I want to take Ice Dragon's Fang out.
Okay.
I want to go to the corner of the house. I want to carve out that spot that I cast the daylight on. Is it still centralized in that?
The spot in the house where you put it in the room, or
No. Like on the corner of the house.
right there.
Yeah, it was like on the trim.
Oh,
Is where it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Does it
you make it.
move
Yeah, you can
with
basically
that
make it a
spot?
torch. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fixed to whatever that is.
Okay.
That's smart.
Well, how about we walk while we think?
It works for me.
All right. So we're gonna start walking.
So you kind of reach up and carve off that
Mhm.
section. And as you move, you watch as they kind of move in a circle
with it.
around you.
Does Thomas want to grab the inside?
There it goes. They're supposed to an hour.
Yeah, I mean they're both gonna go out at the same time. It's 30 feet.
Throw a chunk of wood 30 feet, man. I'm sorry, I'm not.
I'm hearing something. This
Sounds like it's coming from a deep hole.
sounds really southern. Hey, you want to
But
grab that
not
other
somehow.
Yeah, sure.
one? Hey, fuck it.
You walk
Might be
back
useful.
in and grab that one. So now you've got two basically torches of daylight.
Okay.
They give off 30-foot radiuses of daylight.
All right. Let's start going to the hole. And as we're walking, so does anybody have any ideas?
Are they following us?
Mm-hmm. They're keeping a.
We may not want to lead them straight to.
And as like Bishop
Mm-hmm.
and Bucky are going,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start telling him. How long have we been walking?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
After about 5 minutes,
Okay.
I'm gonna start telling him to like move in the dirt to where it's sealed, you know, like covering tracks pretty much. Like here's the end of the
So you're gonna make a dead end behind you.
yeah,
Cool.
and then keep going.
All right. Cool. Sounds good.
Just in case.
Sure.
I'm a smart man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bishop is a smart man. Yeah.
Cool. Y'all
Sure.
don't know that, by the way, though.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
We have no idea what's going on.
It's cool. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah. Whatever you did.
Okay.
All right.
So
All right.
we've got these fancy torches. What is
Yeah.
our plan here?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Kandara?
I have no idea.
I see that there's one of us missing. I'm assuming he's the one that has my daughter.
Hi.
He took
Bishop.
us into the woods. He has.
He should have taken her back towards her home.
I would prefer not to lead these 9 other vampires who have not been to my home. To my home.
That's right. Do you know of anywhere within an hour of here that may have its own kind of sunlight?
We're
Are we too deep? Is there
too
anywhere,
deep for that. We're at least
any sort of
3 to
homestead
4
anywhere
hours
nearby,
from.
abandoned or otherwise,
Not that I'm not that familiar with this
Can you
land.
move Earth right
moving
now?
water? Can I? Let me check. Oh, I cannot.
Damn it, he traded it for sunlight.
What?
No.
Damn it, he traded it for daylight.
I have Question, I guess. Your Drake. I noticed it is not here as well. Is it safe to assume they are tunneling their way
Yeah.
out of here? Okay.
Hi, probably.
His ship is a smart man.
If we were to use that tunnel and then leave one of these torches at the back end of it, at the entranceway perhaps.
That would at least give us a head start on.
So then we can follow through the tunnel with our daylight on us and have at least blocked off for them to have to travel through.
Aye. And in the tunnel, their numbers count for nothing.
Yes, I mean, they
Waves of vampires will smash against Spartan shields. No. Wait. Furbolg shields.
if you wish to be that shield for both of us. But I say we make for that tunnel. I feel like that's the only thing I can think of. That's,
I agree.
Again. So it takes y'all. It took him about 3 minutes running there. So it takes y'all about 6 minutes to get there. At this point, Bucky has built a nice wall at the end of the tunnel, effectively sealing it off from anybody falling behind you. Okay, so about this time, you guys kind of make it to the entranceway of the tunnel. Vampires still sticking just right at that 30-foot.
Remember, y'all can double dash into the tunnel.
So I'm gonna leave my piece of wood with the daylight torch on it. Leave it in the entranceway.
Okay.
Of the tunnel.
As you yeah, you kind of set that down.
About 5 to 10 feet in.
Okay.
So it's deep enough into where they couldn't get to it unless they get in the sunlight.
Right.
And start fucking with it.
And then it'll extend 60 foot down the tunnel as well in one direction, and 60 foot back the other.
Yeah. So
as you guys kind of begin walking in and having that plan, talking it out, Thomas goes, so there's nothing to keep them from eventually continuing to following us once this daylight goes out.
I don't have anything that'll stop them.
I could possibly frighten them for a bit. Keep them from bothering, but it will not last very long.
Yeah. I mean, I got a sword. I could jab at some dirt. Hopefully cave in the tunnel, but that's about all I got.
I have an idea as well.
I'm all ears.
He pulls the hilt of his sword that no longer has a blade on it kind of out and holds it in his hand. He kind of looks it over. And he's going to turn it and hand the blade, the hilt out towards one of you, either two of you, either Kandara or Dalen, either one. So I need you to hold on to this for me, though, for a second.
For what?
I don't want the vampires to get a hold of this.
I mean, if you're talking about telling Laura to go fuck herself again, it's probably not gonna work. She's dead.
No,
but if you try to stay behind, you're probably not gonna find yourself staying alone.
What we're going to do is we've got this light for a bit of time. It'll cover us for basically 120 feet into the tunnel. That will hurt them. It will do some damage to them. We'll slow them down. But it won't stop them. They could eventually make their way through. And by the time they caught back up to us, it would be as if nothing had happened to them. They would be scot-free and unharmed. They would regenerate that. They would heal by the time they caught up to us. So what we need to do is I need you to go and make sure that my family is no longer in that house and relocated somewhere safe. I'm not in much condition to run at this point. I'm not going to be able to outrun these things when the light goes out. But if I draw them in to a long straight tunnel and I sit at the back with a bow, I might be able to take 1, 2 out with the help of the sunlight, slow them down. We cave the tunnel in behind me so that it stops them from following you. And you guys get out. But this cannot fall into their hands. You cannot let them have this blade.
How far is it from... Because I know it's the top of the mountains where real daylight happens.
It's about 3.5 hours.
3.5 hour walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
With vampires chasing you that are faster than y'all,
Let me see. What's your race? Are you human?
Asmar.
Asmar, so you humanoid. Regular size human shape. Okay. Or hear me out. I got about one more. I got one more wild shape in me. And if we get back up to the surface, I can turn into a warhorse. It's pretty large, pretty fast. I could carry both of you. And I'll be faster than the vampires.
maybe. I don't know how fast a warhorse is, but
60?
Oh shit, yeah, you would be faster than vampires.
Yeah. So double dash.
120. So yeah.
So it took 3.5 hours to get to village. So we're looking at hour and a half, hour 45.
Yeah.
Hour 45. Okay. And I can wild shape for up to 2 hours.
Yeah.
How deep are we into the tunnel?
Well, you've only dropped off the light so far, so you'd be 60 feet in, I would imagine.
Okay. I'd probably be wasting time if we started digging up. How about we just go back out to the entrance?
Okay.
Alright. Go out to the entrance. You already have the daylight one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wild shape into a warhorse.
Okay.
And I'm going to have both of them get on my back.
Okay.
Before we go, I would like to pick the largest looking one,
Okay.
and I want him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
The healthiest.
Are they healthiest? What
Just
the-
the healthiest.
They are all very healthy right now.
I'm sure they're all the same.
They were all, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shit. Nothing happens.
So
Okay.
I'm going to wild shape into a warhorse.
Okay.
Both of y'all get on my back, and I'm gonna book it.
Okay. So as you wild shape into this warhorse,
Mm-hmm.
and both of you jump onto his back, and Thomas, who's in front, who's in back?
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so you're in back. Thomas is in front. And you begin dashing away. Vampires begin to dash after you, but you were clearly faster than them. The light begins pulling away from them. There's no way they're going to be able to keep up. So you begin as they begin to pull out bows. They're going to fire at you.
Okay.
As y'all are running away at this point. So 3 will fire at each one of you.
Okay. Is my bark skin still up? Yeah. Because we talked about how it was
Concentration, and it lasts an hour or so.
I think so. Let me check.
Yeah, so it'll still be up probably.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the first one's going to be 20 to hit you, Dalen.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Okay.
But that 20 will hit.
Okay.
So, cool.
Second one is 17. And third one is 22.
All 3 of them are going to shoot at me?
Yep. There's 9 people going to
There's
shoot
3
at you.
sets of 3.
Oh, God. Wait, what were the numbers?
17, 22, and 20.
They all hit.
Okay. It's 9.
Let's see how this goes.
6. It's 15, 17, 18, 19. 22 points of damage.
I turn into Dalen.
Okay, awesome.
Fuck.
3 are going to fire at you as you're all falling to the ground. That's the one thing. It's going to be an 11, 23, and a 21. It's 1, and a 3, so it's 4. So that is
That was a good idea.
7 points of damage.
Is that tunnel big enough for a warhorse?
Pass out.
Oh shit, Kandar goes unconscious.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. We're gonna.
12,
Why did we do
We
this?
can lose 2 out of 3 just for a fluke?
19. So
Because
that's
Craig was a dick?
12, 18. And then 2 arrows also pierce Thomas, and he also goes unconscious.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh.
What do you-
So, Dalen, you're the only one still awake.
Yeah.
Out of everybody.
Alright.
Time to make some decisions. What are you doing?
Okay.
First rule, don't panic.
Oh. I didn't want to have to do that. I really didn't. Okay. I know Thomas can heal. So I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
So it'll be 3 plus 4, 7 points. 7 hit points.
Okay, so you watch, see kind of.
That didn't fucking work. Can you get her up?
His last spell slot.
And
You heal,
oh,
you heal for 10 points.
oh. If you use all the charges on the staff, you roll. And if you roll 1 on a d20, it disappears forever.
What'd you roll?
Oh god, you're all...
Whew.
Oh, God.
Alright, so I got no more charges on that dog.
And there you have 10 hit points.
Okay.
You have no more wild shape, right?
No more wild shapes. How long's a short rest?
An hour.
An hour.
Okay, so what is this exactly is going on? How far away are they? How far did we
They
get?
would be as you begin double dashing your round. So you got 120 feet from them before y'all just into the dirt. And so they are now beginning to dash towards you. So you've got about 1 round of combat, basically, before they would be on top of you again, or at least at the area of the...
So is that basically one action before they come to get you?
Yeah. Basically 1 round of y'all, whatever y'all wish to do.
Damn it.
And they're how close to me now?
100. They're within 120 feet, so we'll say 80 feet. Let's say they move 40 feet into 5.
Well, I'm about out of fucking ideas.
Okay. I'm gonna take my lay on hands on me
Mm-hmm.
and heal me,
Okay.
and then so what I'm asking is like, can I do like another action in that?
Sure. I'll give. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you.
Okay, so by the time they get to me, how far are they from that?
If they're 80 now, they're 40 feet away.
Which we still have the daylight up for 30.
Yeah, so they're getting close to that border of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we have the daylight with us. I thought we left it at the freaking thing.
No, y'all.
That's
were
what I was
carrying-
freaking
Y'all
out
are carrying
about.
the daylights, so
Yeah.
you've got daylights. You got both of them still with you.
But we still have almost an hour.
Yeah.
Roughly. 57 minutes.
Roughly.
Yeah. Roughly a short rest.
We can try to. How far away from the thing we said?
From the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not
but-
from the tunnel, just from where it's daylight.
Actual daylight.
Mm-hmm.
You're 3 hours at walking speed.
Okay, so double dash should be an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so we have an hour on the daylight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I possibly could buy us more time than that,
Could you?
maybe. Depending on what they make on their
If
saving
you're gonna-
throws.
If you're gonna have to sprint for an hour and a half, there's gonna be several Constitution saving throws that have to be made in there. I mean, y'all can do it. I'm just letting you know. So that's what y'all want to try. Then go for it. All right.
I mean, I'm not consenting.
Okay.
I really don't know. I don't see a good way out of this. Hell, I don't even see a decent way out of this.
It's the same thing.
No,
They
no,
can
I'm
follow-
just saying what I'm doing. Just
Oh, I'm gonna say they can follow us down there too.
We can go down the tunnel. I mean,
it's a
but
shitty situation,
It's gonna be the same
and
thing.
I apologize for everything.
And we don't have. There's nowhere nearby that we can hold up.
Is there a cave or something like along those lines? Does Thomas
Thomas
know?
has no idea. No, he really has only been through this area one other time. He just really pissed him off when he came through.
Hmm.
Like, he's not. It's not like he frequents this area. He's not very
I
familiar.
have
with it.
javelins. You could throw some at him. Thomas has a bow.
We might have something. Long range,
What if you
doubt it.
run at him?
It would push him back. Or it
Yeah.
would be, you know, we could. I don't know if they'll stay within it.
I don't have anything long range.
I mean, they wouldn't expect it. I'd be surprised for them.
Oh! They're suicidal.
The fuck is that?
Thomas kind of stands up, dusts the stuff off, and just kind of walks over to both of you. And goes, listen,
Yeah.
We're wasting time because we are cornered like
We are.
rats in a cage here. He's gonna look at Kendara. He's gonna take the daylight, basically wood, and his sword. He's gonna shove it into your chest, hard, into your armor. Stop fucking around before we all die. I'm the one they want. Please save my family. I can't let these people get to him. I appreciate everything that y'all are doing. I do. And this is not what I want. This is not how I wanted any of this. We're running out of options.
Can you shape after a short rest?
Yes.
We could take a short rest and you could try the warhorse again. You are here because of us.
I'm here because I abandoned my duty long ago. It's come time for me to pay my dues. I've got a beautiful family. We don't have time for him to rest and get his strength back. This daylight will run out several minutes before he's ready. Several minutes with this many vampires. It won't last. We're out of time. We're out of options. I know I've been hard on you too. I know y'all are trying to do the best you can with the situations y'all are faced with. And I know that y'all didn't mean for this to be the way that things have happened. But if you want to make it right, save my family. Get them far away from here. These ones, they don't know where I live. They haven't been there. They just know that she wanted me. Well, here I am. He looks at you two and he goes, "You need to go while we have time. Make sure my daughter's safe. Tell her, my wife, my son, that I love them and will always love them.
Come on, Kendara. He's right. There's nothing we can do.
Leave the other daylight with me. I'll take this one.
We go down the tunnel.
We'll be going backwards at this point. Y'all just go. I'll go a different direction. We'll split. They should follow me, I would imagine.
I'll turn and start walking.
He grabs her by the elbow before she walks away. It's not your fault. And he kind of hugs her, or he attempts to hug her.
We will honor your wishes.
Thank you. He reaches out a hand for you, Dalen, like the forearm shake goes.
We'll keep them safe.
Thank you. I know you will. Let's say the daylight spell. He begins walking in the opposite direction, back towards the vampires. They kind of begin backing up a little bit from the light. As he kind of gets out to the 30-foot radius with his and yours, where the light spells are just barely touching, and then it begins to get that distance between them. The two of yours, as he's going back the other direction, vampires do. They all circling around his light and begin following him very closely as he leads them away, back in the opposite direction. You're left standing in the daylight of your own spell. What would you two like to do?
Come on.
Double dash?
Yeah. We're gonna start double dashing.
Yeah. So you begin sprinting away in the opposite direction. You travel for 20 minutes. And then another 10, so it's 30 minutes now. Make Constitution saving throws to maintain your speed. At advantage.
16.
You're good.
17.
You're good. You continue on for another 10 minutes. And another 10 minutes. It's been right at the 50-minute mark. You know your light spell's getting closer and closer to the end as you're dashing. You actually begin to hit the area which is beginning to make the upslope, and you're, about a quarter way up the mountainside at this point, right before your light spell's about to fade. As you kind of look back over your shoulder, you can see through the darkness the one small globe of sunlight in the trees. It seems to have stopped moving. It's just sitting there as you're continuing to sprint up the trees for about another 2-3 minutes before your light, or first light, you see that the light go out down there. In a couple minutes, a few seconds later, yours blinks out as well. You sprint for another 10 minutes. It's been a full hour of straight sprinting, climbing up these rocks, scrambling up them. Constitution saving throws again from both of you, at advantage still.
16.
You're good.
Ooh, 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you start beginning to get tired. You can no longer hold the 60-foot. You're down to 40-foot dash speed. Climbing up this mountain, getting tired. And you guys travel on for another 30 minutes as you finally reach the peaks of these mountains. One last Constitution save throw just to make it to the boundary line at a full sprint.
Okay,
you don't lose any more speed.
7.
You kind of slow down too. You and Dalen now are kind of about the same pace, tired, winded, sweat just pouring off of you, covered in blood and dust and grime as you scramble up the side of this last little bit of mountain, loose gravel kicking out from underneath as you pull yourself up onto the icy peak and begin sprinting as fast as you still can. And all of a sudden, as you just feel like you're about to collapse, it's like you pass through this curtain into this bright, blinding sunlight as you're now out of the realm of the Vampire Duchess and back on the adamant side of the divide.
Well,
Bishop, you'd be about not too much farther than them at this point with the weird meandering away that you've kind of gone. It's taking you a lot longer to get where you're going, but no one's going to be able to follow you because of the path that you've taken.
Yeah.
You wound around. You went several miles down and then are coming back up the ridge. In fact, you're in the sunlight.
Oh yeah, because the mountain.
Yeah, so I mean, you went a ways down and then kind of doubled back and came back. In fact, as you begin to hear running, not too far behind you, maybe you hear some rocks being kind of knocked out of the way. You hear something tumbling down the side of this little small hill. As you look back up, and you can see maybe not even a quarter mile behind you, your companions running.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. It's not long before you guys eventually catch up to them at the pace that they're keeping, just because of Bucky and the small child and everything else, before you eventually catch up to Bishop.
What the hell happened?
I'm just gonna walk up and walk up to Clara. Is she still upset?
She wasn't, like, when y'all first were coming up, she didn't seem like she's that upset. She was kind of riding on the back of Bucky and, like, playing with his, like, little horns on the back of his head.
She's clean.
Yeah, she's the...
Yes.
So, like, you know, she wasn't too bad, but when she sees just the two of you, you can kind of see some tears well up in her eyes a little bit.
I'm just gonna reach my hands out to her, like to hold her, and say, "Come, child," and then walk off with her.
As you kind of do that, she kind of just begins crying and kind of like falls off Bucky into your arms.
Okay, since I don't need to do like persuasion or anything
No.
to soothe her.
As they go on.
I mean, yeah, you can roll charisma to see how well you soothe her.
Just charisma straight.
Charisma is saving throw, whatever. Persuasion is fine, yeah, because that's persuasion's good. Sorry.
That would be 22.
Okay. I mean, yeah, she's still crying and sobbing. I mean, she understands what's going on, but she seems to be understanding, kind of what you're telling her, and she seems to be kind of comforted by your presence and the nurturing kind of that you're showing towards her.
As they go on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull him, kind of fall back a little bit. Now again, what the hell happened?
well, we did everything we could. But we couldn't do enough. In the end, Thomas made us promise to keep his family safe and move them to a safer location.
Keep his family safe, we shall.
And then he stayed because he's the one they wanted.
So no one else is following us?
Not yet. If ever. In a month.
Yeah, I'm starting.
You guys kind of spend the next several hours traveling, pretty much in silence. Only a few kind of muffled sobs of Kara every now and then come through until she kind of eventually kind of falls asleep in your arms. Before you arrive back at the home of Thomas and his family, you make your way around the trench and kind of up to the front door of the house. Hearing you approach, the door swings open and you see Kimberly there staring at you. She kind of looks each one of you over. First thing she sees is Car, and her eyes kind of glisten with tears and this small little smile on her face. She's kind of reaches out and takes her baby girl in her arms, just kind of holds her, just like rocks her for a few minutes. She goes, "Oh, So happy you're home. I was so worried about you. And she goes, what's wrong, child? And she kind of looks up and begins to take notice of Thomas's absence. And the grief kind of sets in on her face. She goes, it's alright. It's alright. Your father knew what he was doing. He was a good man. He'd just be happy you were safe. Grow up big and strong. And live long. That's what he would want from you. He kind of rocks her and holds her. And she looks all you. She goes, so, what happened? What are we to do?
We're gonna take you somewhere away from here. Somewhere where you'll be safer. You and your children. Will you come with us?
Yes, of course. If that's, I assume that's what Thomas would have wanted. Yeah, I have a sister. We probably could go stay with her for a bit. She lives in Carnarond, so
I know where we're heading anyways.
If you can get me to a boat, I can.
Go
Aye.
there.
We'll take you there. We'll make sure you're safe along the way.
I thank you. Just, I'll begin packing just what's only necessary. She
Be quick about it,
goes and
please.
they begin hurriedly packing. You see Zachary wearing Bishop's hat, kind of stone-faced, kind of in the hallway as she walks by. She's kind of places her hand on his shoulder. She goes, "Come, we need to pack. We're leaving." He just kind of nods and wipes one little tear off his face and goes. In about 15-20 minutes, they come back with some small bags packed, backpacks thrown over their back. She goes, "All right, we're ready. Let's make way."
Aye, let's go.
And they kind of walk out the house and begin leaving. She goes, "Zachary." And he kind of holds out his hand and begins just setting fire along the side of the house as they go. And it's not long before the house is engulfed in flames as y'all are walking through the now what is kind of becoming the sunlight is becoming sunset at this point. The sky is kind of this deep golden orange color setting behind the mountains. A few wispy clouds in the air, small cold breeze, and the warmth of the roaring fire behind you. So y'all kind of make your way into the night.
As it becomes sunset, I suggest that we begin to travel underground. Unless something be following. Because I know I didn't come here quietly.
Aye, none of us did. Think we would have learned from the first time, right?
So Doug, alright, that's what y'all want. Bucky kind of begins digging down into the ground, eventually leading y'all a nice little tunnel into the ground. And y'all begin making your way underground. Little warmer actually under here than it was on the top side. And I think that's
We could seal the door and take a rest.
I think that would be good.
That way, if something does come, we can be prepared.
okay. So y'all kind of collapse the tunnel behind you, sealing it off. So only the way before you that Bucky's kind of carved out is open. You just kind of settle in for your rest underground. I think that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Oh, God.
You guys, thank y'all so much for being here with us tonight and making it through that very long combat session and everything else that's going
fucking
on.
roller coaster.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a good time.
Uh,
And we will see you guys next week.
Thank y'all for joining us so much.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
All right.